Cam,
Yo.
could you recommend some fun or interesting ideas for factions in Stellaris?
Villainy can be interesting, but Stellaris allows you a lot of like weird. Okay, first off, Stellaris, if you're not familiar with it, is a 4X strategy game, and the 4Xs are what are they? Explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate. So you play a spacefaring civilization that is exploring the galaxy and encountering your neighbors. And you can play a lot of different things. I had a lot of fun playing robot butlers and their idiot pillow sons. Because it affords you a lot of role-playing. So I made like these robots that had that were an artificial intelligence caretaker for these like very, very round boys who had generally given them the direction that they would like to visit other planets now, if they could make that happen. So we were like, yes, sir, and just go off to like conquer the galaxy and make it safe for our idiot pillow sons. And then I had a faction that was just terrified mushroom people. Just terrified mushroom people. Like they're just, we have to go into space and we don't like it there. And that was also fun, and I made them repugnant and pacifists because just no confrontations. But I also had a lot of fun on stream the other day with Corey playing, what were they? Spiritualist militarists? So they were kind of like religious fundamentalist genocidal murder machines. And we made them, I forget what they even looked like. I think we may have taken one of the cute aliens and made them into that. But our approach to the entire universe and to the other aliens in it was that, you know how like some berries are poisonous and some plants have thorns? Don't anthropomorphize the weird structures out in the universe that seem to be alien spaceships, but they're probably just rocks. Some rocks fire lasers at us. It's probably fine. But they're holding a lot of valuable minerals hostage, and that's not okay. And that was a fun role-playing experience too. Oh right, there were moths. We made them moths. Right. Don't mothropomorphize the spaceships.
Is that so in Stellaris, is that kind of a thing where it's like it's so open that you'll encounter something and it'll be like just jammed together like a bunch of, I'm trying to think of like you know how Dwarf Fortress just kind of like they have like this generative.
It works in a similar mode. It's not nearly as open as Dwarf Fortress.
Okay.
But you can have a lot of the very similar like storytelling events.
Okay. Another faction shows up and it could be anything of a certain type of words or whatever.
Yeah, sometimes you run into like democratic crusaders.
Okay.
Right, who just hate authoritarian factions. And there's a lot of interesting combinations of aliens, but most of the time, you either are capable of making peace with them or not.
So it's not like in like Star Control where it's like there's like a certain number of, there are these races and that's all there is. It's like something could come up that you've never seen before in Stellaris. Yeah. That's really cool.
I really enjoy one of the options for a species is post-apocalyptic. So I made post-apocalyptic humans who had encountered catastrophe in one way or another. It's not specific, but we're now very courageously expanding into space again. And I made them environmentalists and pacifists, I think.
Oh, cool.
So,
did you ever play that? It's a browser game. And it wasn't an idle game either, but it was a browser game. I think it was called Space Seed or Star Seed or something like that. And it was like the humans sent this AI ship off Earth.
Yeah,
what the hell was the name of that?
Oh,
right?
Somebody in chat will get it in like 3 seconds.
And then it's like, you just click on things. It's like, do you want to stop in this system and you want to look at stuff?
Yeah, Seedship.
Seedship, that's it.
So you have like a number of colonists, and you have the integrity of your ship.
Yep.
And then you have like all of your sensors. And stopping to investigate a system can impact those negatively.
Yeah. Or positively, as I found.
Or positively.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, let's check out this star system. And roll the dice. Oh, you hit a meteorite and it punctured your solar panels.
And yeah, or 30 people have died and you're in sleep, in cold sleep.
Yeah, and if enough colonists die, then even if you do find like a perfect planet, then the society that the survivors are going to be able to make might not be a very good one.
Yeah.
Right?
I lost so much time to that, just like sitting down and being like, I can solve this. And you can't solve it.
No.
But it really felt like I can get that. I can make the right decisions. I can do the right things. And yeah, it was real good. Did you guys play that on Talking Sim, really?
We did. I think we wrapped up a game and we had about an hour to kill. And so we just played Seedship a bunch. And it's a very like meditative game because it's difficult to win, but it's also difficult to lose. You're just like, oh, I wonder what the outcome is going to be. I guess this is the outcome that we have, and we kind of live with that.
I found it really compelling because it was all text, you know, and it was like that really felt good because it was like I can't see what's happening, but that's fine because the AI probably doesn't see what's happening either.
Well, the thing that I really liked about it was that it removed any sense of urgency by just you could investigate a system or not.
Yeah.
And if you did, then maybe you find a planet that you can land on or whatever. And if you don't, it would say something like, you travel on to the next star. It takes about 1,000 years, and when you arrive there, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
And it was just like, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there's no pressure.
Yeah.
We're going to get there.
We're not
Don't worry
tracking
about
how
it.
much time it took you to get there.
Yeah.
Just get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My work has very bad Wi-Fi, so every once in a while, I'll just pull it up.
Oh.
So it's
Sounds like Space Oregon Trail.
Actually, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. I've already played A Dark Room, Wild Peaks. I really enjoy it too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game I played it on my phone, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
and I really liked it. Where it just starts as a tiny little thing, and you're in a dark room, and what do? And then you start to like expand out,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you had to make a fire, so you make a fire, and the screen changes from black to white because now you have light.
Right.
And then you start doing a few more things. The people start coming by your room and stuff, and then it just grows and grows and grows, and you start to realize there's a whole narrative that you're taking part in that you kind of don't want to be a part of.
Yeah, and then you realize, like, you encounter another person, and it's slowly revealed to you that they aren't human.
Yeah, like things
Right?
like that. Yeah,
Yeah. And that doesn't seem unusual to you at all.
yeah.
I get spoilers. I guess I just ruined it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but if you play it, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I have to download that.
Apparently it's on the iPhone. I don't know how hard that would be to play, but
Is it on Android?
Probably. I mean, it's in browsers.
yeah.
Okay.
So.
There's another one that I liked that was it's based on Flatland.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and,
really?
And it's like a something circle, not a perfect circle, a given
Here's the
circle,
boy.
something like that. But it's a something circle, and someone in chat will mention it, I'm sure. And it's like you play as a shape. Are you familiar with Flatland at all? No?
I think so.
So Flatland is a novel that is set in a two-dimensional world, and it's as related to somebody in a three-dimensional world. The whole story is told from this person's perspective.
A noble circle?
A noble circle, that's it. And so they talk about how there are like squares and there are triangles. Like, you know this, but you have to think about if you lived in a world like that where everybody was just a shape, but they're on a two-dimensional plane and they can move this way and this way. You have to think about, well, how do you interact with something? Well, everything has the exact same height. It's infinite.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when you run into somebody in that space, moving in any direction, turning, rotating, and doing whatever, they're just always this thing. But triangles, for example, are very pointy. And if you run into a triangle, if you run into that point, it's like stabbing yourself, right? But that's a person. And so triangles are soldiers.
Oh.
And so it becomes this thing of like, and female shapes have to walk around with like other shapes beside them warning people that they're coming because they're less. They have less. They have less sides than everybody else apparently.
Huh.
Because they're inferior or something like that. Like it was basically, it's set to be that way because it's meant to lampoon a lot of things that were going on in society at the time.
Huh.
Yeah, it's really good. And so a noble circle is based on the ideas placed out in that, and it's you trying to, you are different than everybody else, and you're trying to get out of this thing.